Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Shades Plays Live! Here is part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? It's good to be here once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to have some fun here tonight. I'm the Shades. Oh, man. It has been an exhausting day today. Been running around all over the place. Had to help out Lady K. She's been having some issues. For those who heard yesterday, she's been having some issues with her leg. She's doing better. She's actually good enough to work tonight. She actually saw her chiropractor. They got her leg adjusted, so she's able to walk around better again. So she's doing good, in case anyone was asking. But glad to see you guys are doing good here tonight. Don't forget, if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to follow us over on Twitch. We're trying to get more and more Twitch followers and subscribers every single day. So please consider doing that if you can. Very fun times indeed. But tonight, we're going to do something a little different. Last month or so, we've been doing Link to the Past Randomizer, and that's been fun. I've enjoyed doing that. But I don't want to get burned down on it, because I've been watching enough of that over with the randomizer tournament and stuff like that, which, by the way, I did a race earlier today, if anyone's curious. It was a fun race. Definitely enjoyed myself with that. So definitely make sure you give that, if you have not been following Speed Gaming and checking out all of that stuff, definitely give them a follow, because they definitely deserve it. Really fun group of people to work with. I was actually just talking with one of the mods, Sakura Tsubasa, who's a wonderful girl. If you haven't checked her out on Twitch, please give her a follow. She's awesome and so much fun to watch. I think after my stream tonight, she's thinking about going live and doing Breath of the Wild, but that won't be till at least 10 o'clock, so you'll be able to watch my stream before then. In the meantime, tonight, I want to do something a little different, and seeing one of the custom sprites for the randomizer, it reminded me of one of my favorite games growing up. It's a game that my grandfather gave to me as a birthday gift one year, because he was huge into RPGs. And just handed me a whole bunch of them. And there was this one game that I saw that I never heard of before that I was curious about. And I tried it, and I fell in love with it almost immediately. And I have been loving it ever since. It's a very underrated gem, and I'm so grateful he gave me this game. We'll get to that here in a sec, but I do have to comment. Hey, Justice, I saw the review. He hasn't seen that far in. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Just let him appreciate it for what it is. He doesn't know. Okay? Gotcha. But tonight's game is The Illusion of Gaia. Illusion of Gaia is one of my favorite games. Let it load up properly. There we go. But yeah, Illusion of Gaia, one of my favorite games. I love this game so much. And if you're into Zelda-esque RPGs like I am, I implore you to give this game a shot. So and you're gonna see why here as we get started with this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the audio on, and we're gonna get this started. And right away, the music. Just so much nostalgia for me, this music. I did this a while. Oh, this was one of the first RVT game crews I ever did, way when we first started this. As fun as that was, I never finished it. I never finished Illusion of Gaia, and I always felt bad for never finishing it, so I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. This is not going to be a one-stream deal. This is a pretty long game, but we're going to try to get through as much of this as we can. So let's get this party started and let's have some fun. So we start here at school. And, yeah, take a guess which one's the main character. You know, there's a subtle way of figuring out which one's him. You know? Kind of kind of stands out, I guess. My name is Will. A year has passed since I went to the Tower of Babel with my father. My father and his party met with disaster. Somehow, I made it back to South Cape. I still can't believe my father is gone. I'll never believe it. When I grow up, I'll be an explorer and see the world. Somewhere, I will meet my father. That's all for today's lesson. You four do your best not to fall behind. Demons have appeared outside of town. If you go very far, you must go with your parents. I'll see you at the usual place. I'll see you guys at the usual place. I have to go home first. I'll see you guys there later. If you don't hurry home, your mother will think that you were kept after school. And then, of course, Lance here tells you, like always, the cave at the seashore. You look up here, you can see we got this mysterious portal that appears. Now, I would normally wait to show this off, but we're going to go ahead and do this now, and we're going to be introduced to somebody. Welcome to the dark space. Pretty creepy, but let's talk to the... oh, hi Zordon. I see you've decided to merge with Rita Repulsa there. I'm kidding. But let's talk to the floating head. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I will help you on your journey. Only one with the dark power can see this space. You are the chosen one. In the dark space, you can record a travel journal. Stop there before you depart. So basically, it's your save point. But you might notice that there's these couple of hooks here. You'll see where those actually have something connected to them, and you'll see a little bit later on, hopefully before the end of this episode. Now, another little thing is if we go behind the school here and we hide behind this home, we can find a red jewel. There are 50 red jewels hidden in this game in various locations. You want to find as many of them as you can. There's actually a secret if you find all 50. There's actually, you know, in the immortal words of the completionist, there is a completion bonus. So we're going to go near Lance's house. If we go downstairs, we can check this pot right here. There's our second red jewel. I know where pretty much all of the red jewels are. At least I remember where most of them are. There are 3 of them here in South Cape, and we're probably going to be spending a little time with this asshole here because he has the 3rd one, but he only gives it to you if he appears in a very specific spot. Every time you enter and exit in a room, he will appear in different places. You want him to appear in a very specific spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and enter the house, like the little cave by the seashore, the Seaside Cave. It was natural for the 4 friends to call this Seaside Cave their second home. Usually when lessons were done at the school, they gathered there to talk and play games until sundown. What is it, Will? It's late. I'm playing cards with Seth. Wait a minute. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win again for sure. Ah, news! Big news! The Princess of Edward Castle's run away. They say she came to South Cape. That's all? You came in such a hurry that I thought something really big had happened. The princess is probably that spoiled girl Kara, the one you like so much. Liar! Maybe the soldiers will come here looking for her. The soldiers from Edward Castle look so cool. I want a steel helmet too. So we're gonna get into position here. Everyone's here. What should we do today? I want to see Will's mysterious power. You haven't seen it? He can move things without touching them. He moved the statue that's in the corner of the cave. Will, show me again. Now what you want to do is you want to go right here within like line of sight of the of that statue there and hold L or R. Oh, it moved! Next, pick a card. Any card. I'll put down 4 cards face down. Pick the one you think is the ace of diamonds. Now, I'm going to spoil something for you here. You can, if you're using an emulator, you can save state this and check every single card. It doesn't matter which one you pick. They're always the ace of diamonds. Oh, right! I'm speechless. Hey, Seth, this is some kind of psychic power, right? Yeah, must be some kind of psychic power thing. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it was magic. Most people have 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. I think Will's psychic power is some kind of 6th sense. What Seth said is too complicated for me to understand. Seth, let's play one more game. Alright, so you can see now it's now dark. And if we walk over here, let's see if he's moved. No, he is not. So what we're going to do, and this is going to take a minute, and I'm going to apologize for the impatient if you're impatient. We're going to keep entering and exiting this cave until the fisherman has moved to right here, right in front of us. Because he will appear either up here or down here, or he'll appear over here in front of the seaside cave. If he appears in front of the seaside cave, he will have an item on him, or he will have a pot behind him. That's what we're looking for. He won't have the pot in any other scenario. So this might take a minute here or two. I think in the video, my original GameCube video, it took like 5 minutes of just back and forth. In the meantime, hey there, Biggest Wars fan. Hey there, LPH. Hey, Justice, to answer your question, it depends on the emulator. Some emulators can work with just running it directly from the zip file. Some can need to have it unzipped. If you're looking for, you know, I can tell you this because in general I use a program called 7-Zip, which pretty much can open any kind of archive file. That's probably your best bet if you need to unpack an archive. So now, I'm doing this because I want to try to get as many of these red jewels as I can in this playthrough. I want to kind of try to do 100%, but this is going to take a minute. It's very RNG based. And it's a real pain in the ass to do, too. Like, I don't even know how exactly it works. But I know that eventually, if you keep going in and out, he will randomly appear somewhere else, and we need him to pop up right in front of us. LPH, simply put, I never finished it. I just never finished recording the files for it, and I've since deleted the original save, so if I wanted to play, I'd have to remember where I left off at and make my way back to that point. Which, you know, technically I'm doing here, so that's not a big deal. But, come on. Such a pain in the ass. Like, there's literally, I've looked up guides on this. There's no specific way to get him to pop up where you want him to. He just literally randomly pops up. Here, maybe I have to talk to him here first. Let me try this. Oh there, Pisces. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Yeah, pretty much every guide I'm reading right now just says keep going in and out of the seaside cave until he randomly pops up. So again, forgive this boring part of the show. I got to keep doing this. Pisces, what brings you here anyway? You here? I'm gonna take a guess that you're here from either Saku's channel or the randomizer tournament, because that's where a lot of my new fans seems to be coming from. Saku server. Ah, perfect. Nice to have one of Saku's buddies here. I was actually just talking with her a little bit ago, right before the show. Poor girl needs to get some sleep. She was tired as hell. Oh, it's always nice to find fellow fans of Illusion of Gaia. This game does not get enough love, I swear to God. This game is such a classic, and it got ignored back in the day. And even today, not many people know of it. And it's sad, because it's such a fun game. It really is. You know, Quintet and Enix were such a great company back in the day before Square bought them out. It's just sad. Hey there, Silent Tremor. Glad to have you here, buddy. You do spend a lot of time in the Sky Garden. I won't deny that, but yeah. But yeah, the end game bonus area is a real weird fucking place, I swear to God. Yeah, Quintet was known for reusing a lot of assets from other games. You'll hear a lot of things used in one game then suddenly used in another, or see like sprites from one game used here. It's very interesting the way they do that. Like, even the text boxes is something that's, like, the text boxes here were used in a little bit, slightly in ActRaiser, but more used in Soul Blazer, the game prior to this, part of the Quintet trilogy, the Gaia trilogy as it's called. Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma. And Terranigma, the most... Ah, finally! There he is! Ha 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 ha! Get our red jewel. Ah! But yeah, Illusion of Gaia and Terranigma. Terranigma being the rarest of the games because it never came into the US. It was only released in Japan and Europe. So I'm gonna walk into our house here and... Oh, hello, Bacon! Bacon, 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 bacon. So let's go upstairs here and... Hamlet, you shouldn't snort at strangers. Is this your house? Yeah, so? Frankly, you look a little shabby. Well, excuse me! Your father, mother, not here, huh? Is this a picture of your parents? My father's an explorer. I know, Omen, the explorer. They say he was lost. He'll come back someday. Are you sad? No? I'd be sad if it were me. I'm sorry. Anyway, is there a piano here? No, there isn't. But Grandma Lola is a great singer. They're singing upstairs now. They have such loud voices. Yeah, you can pretty much guess who this is. But we're gonna go upstairs to talk to Grandma and Grandpa here. Welcome home, Will. When I sing opera, I lose track of the time. Dinner's not ready yet.
Oh my, haven't sung like this in a long time. Your grandmother Lola used to be a singer. Fell in love with her voice, that's why I married her.
Oh, you, bringing up a thing like that. Well, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that. The girl who was singing with me a minute ago. Uh-oh.
It's that girl screaming. Princess, I've been looking for you.
I don't know you. Be gone.
What are you saying? If I don't take you home, I'll lose my head.
What do I care if you lose your head?
Princess, do you think I have nothing better than to chase you down? I must take you home. It's the king's orders.
Told you I love the soundtrack. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm King Edward's daughter, Kara. Well, I feel as though we've met before, as if we're good friends.
So that girl likes to play practical jokes.
Edward Castle. There's a big viaduct under the castle. Your grandfather designed it.
What? Really? I used to be an architect. There's a prison under the castle. It's built like a maze to keep the prisoners from escaping. I feel bad that I built a prison where people disappear and are never heard from again.
Enough serious talk. Let's eat dinner. I've made a delicious pie. Let's sit at the table upstairs.
A grandmother who makes pie. Any Undertale fans in the crowd?
We sat down to a feast of snail pie with whipped cream. I only got one piece, but Grandpa Bill ate half the pie. That night, Will dreamed that Kara and he took a trip around the world. And the next morning, something began to happen.
I had more snail pie for breakfast. Left you a slice.
Good morning, Will. A letter has come from you from King Edward.
This is what was written in the letter. Bring the crystal ring from Olban's things to Edward Castle. King Edward.
I've been in a bad mood ever since I saw this letter. Oh, Will. I'll teach you a spell. When I'm upset, humming this tune makes me feel better.
Lola hummed a strange melody. Take a listen, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm gonna turn this up because I want you guys to hear this.
Ah, I love that. Now, you can check everywhere, but we don't have the crystal ring. We don't find that until near the end of the game. And of course you would equate it to frickin' Jew Ranger Gokai, thanks. Only now could we leave. If we tried to leave, this guy would stop us. But now that we have the letter from King Edward, he kind of lets us go. I don't remember Pisces. I really don't. So this is our overworld map. We can basically just pick between a set number of locations that is available to us. So off to Edward Castle we go.
This is King Edward's castle. I must report this intrusion. A guest of the king? I'm sorry. You may pass.
You get a pass! Now, if I remember correctly, you talk over here. Or no, it's upstairs, I think. I could have sworn it was... Oh no, I think it's wait after this guy comes back. Yeah, this guy goes behind the column, and then you talk to him.
Don't raise your voice and mind your manners. In exchange, I'll give you 1 red jewel.
That's the only red jewel you'll find in the castle itself. We're gonna run down this way.
This is the princess's room. Strangers can't enter.
Who is it? A guest?
This is just a shabby boy.
It's me, Kara. Oh, that voice. Let him in, or I'll tell everyone your old nickname.
Oh, pardon me. Please enter.
You. Yesterday. I was told to bring the crystal ring to King Edward. Terrible! It's terrible! Again, my father's trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before. Now they won't let me go out. Recently, something strange has happened in the castle. My mother's hired a famous bounty hunter. It's ominous.
Princess, let's go.
I feel scared. My father and mother seem to have changed. Please save me. Take me out of here. Please.
Princess?
Please come back, Will.
Your business is finished. Get out. Yeah.
He actually launches you across the castle, across the bridge. You have to do that before you go any further because they won't let you, they won't be ready. But now the guard moves out of your way. So there's the king and queen. Now you can talk to the queen, but she'll just tell you to talk to the king anyway. So you're going to talk to him.
Your Will, you look so shabby. Well, did you bring the crystal ring?
I don't have it. It doesn't. I never had it, you dumbass.
How dare you say such a thing to me? Guards, throw this impotent weasel in prison. And go to Will's house and find the ring. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, save me! Did you say ma'am? Doesn't matter which choice you have. He's gonna, he's either gonna call you a liar or just insult you. So basically, you have no choice but to get thrown in jail. That's the story. So basically, what you want to do is you want to search for as many of these things as you can. And then we just wait a little bit. And get some bread. Wait a little longer. Thankfully, you don't have to take half as long as we did trying to find that jewel. Time passes slowly, but the long day is ending. Pains me to think of the prisoner's feelings, not knowing what they should do. I was trying to think of a way out. I drifted off to sleep. A familiar voice speaks from the flute. Well, this is your father. Father? You were a cute child, but now you've grown up. Is Grandma Lola's pie delicious? Sure, Dad. Where are you? I can't tell you now. I have something to ask you. Listen. Yes, if it's your wish. I want you to save me. I, too, was once held in this cell. Look at the left-hand wall. This?
Have you heard anything from Grandpa Bill?
Grandpa? He was an architect.
Your grandpa knows the secret of that stone.
Secret?
Starting now, you will encounter a terrible thing.
Do I have to?
Pick up the stone your enemy left. The power of the crystal is contained there. The power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystic statues. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. Will, no time. Quickly, first to the Incan ruins.
So, yeah, we're kind of stuck. So, alright, so to the Incan ruins, but... Oh. I wonder if this is Kara's pig. Hey, what luck. There's a letter and a key tied to its tail. Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father's done, but hear what I have to say. I, too, am a prisoner, in a prison of silk and gold. But tonight, I will leave the castle forever. You also will be free. Kara. So this is our first introduction to the... You have to equip the key and then use the B button to open it. And you can go over here, you can open this key and talk to this guard, but
I don't need anyone's help. I can get out by myself.
So, and we go over here. Hey! Dark Space Portal. Ladies and gentlemen, Gamer Rule 101. Save often. Now, what Gaia was talking about there is we're going to be going into our first battle zone. We're going to be actually having our first fight against enemies here, so we're going to need to become armed to the teeth. So we're going to go in here. Now, a little secret to this game. Kill everything. Every monster you find, destroy them. Because when you destroy all the monsters in a room, you'll level up. Each room, each time you level up, you get one boost to your stats, whether it be HP, attack, or defense. When you defeat all the enemies around you, a jewel will appear. So you want to destroy every enemy you can. That will help keep your stats up. This game is designed, you don't have to grind. It only works once. In fact, it's anti-grinding because you're never going to have to clear the same room twice. Even if the enemies respawn, they don't drop the jewel if you defeat them again, so you only need to defeat them one time. So you want to go through, kill all these guys here. Thankfully, they start out pretty weak, and as long as you keep leveling yourself up, your stats will keep up with it, so these guys won't ever be too difficult. And that gets my strength up, so that means my attack power is up a little bit, meaning that these guys are going to be even easier to kill. Move the statue out of the way, and oh, what is that? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, don't worry, Gokai Master. That floating little puffball, that floating little thing is not going to be nearly as annoying as Navi ever was. So we're going to go right here. Oh, god damn it. And we get an herb. Herb will actually help keep our health, will actually restore our health in an emergency. You want to try not to use those too often. And you do want to collect those jewels because they actually do give you essentially an extra life to make it a little easier to travel some areas. So definitely doesn't hurt to get those. You have to jump on that switch because otherwise it won't work. Talk to this guy. And we collect our one of the few red jewels in this dungeon. I think there's only like 2 or 3 in here if I recall correctly. And we're gonna head up here. And got that health up just in time. Now for this, we want to equip Lola's Melody. Now the trick is, we're going to go over to this side and we're going to play it. Go to the switch on the right-hand wall. The door won't open unless you push the switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. So, 1, 2, 3. The door's... Stop! The door's open. Go in. Now, unfortunately, try as you might, you can't reach that switch. So we're going to need a little help with that. So for now, we'll go this way. Well, let's go save up here real quick and, oh, hello. What's this? There's another statue in the room.
Your shape is only temporary. Try standing in front of the statue next to you. Well, I've been waiting a long time for you to come. I am Friedan. I am eternal. Let me help you on your journey. As time comes by, you'll come to understand my nature. Hin! Shin!
And now the little boy transforms into a badass. Meet Friedan the Dark Knight. He's got a... His sword is... He's more powerful, more defense, and his sword has a slightly longer range. Doesn't come up very often, but you kind of need it to hit the switch. And any upgrades you... Any power-ups you got as will apply to Friedan as well. So basically all those health and defense and all of those upgrades will apply here as well to Friedan, making him much more powerful. You can see I'm just stomping these guys. One shot in the bats. And I got our second red jewel of the dungeon, and there's one more towards the end. And since we're done, and that's the end of the prison. So we're going to transform back into Will here. And before we go on, little secret for you. Go around these barrels. You have to check it from this side, but if you do, you find your last red jewel. I want to talk to Lily. Talk to you here. I saw you, but I'm surprised. You can change your shape like me. I'm Lily, an Itori girl protected by the flower spirit. How do you know a melody you can only have heard from us? I learned it from Grandma Lola. She hummed it whenever she was upset. I've had some of her pie. Tastes rather unusual, doesn't it? You know my grandmother? Actually, she asked me to rescue you. The Elder is calling. I have to go. We'll meet again. Goodbye, Will. Yep. That girl was the little floating flower the whole time. And with that, we've escaped back into the castle. Nope, did not mean to go there. Well, we know somebody who wants to leave with us, so why don't we go pick her up? Of course, you've come. Thank you. Was there a guard asleep outside? His nickname is Old Snorehead. Sleeping again. Your little pig has come. His name is Hamlet. Cute, isn't he? He's very smart. He has some kind of strange pig power. Please, take me out of here. Now, before we leave, we're going to need some food for our journey. I mean, we're going to be traveling the world. Needless to say, we're not going to be able to go without... We're going to go hungry if we don't check. So go down here into the basement and check the one open barrel. I love this right here, too. You found a large, yummy roast leg of yak. I'm not even going to ask how that tastes yummy. Everything's ready. Let's go before the soldiers find us. All right. We got everything we need. Let's nope the hell on out of here. At last, we leave. Let's go to your house. I'm worried about your grandparents. Oh, looks like a tornado came in here. What? What's happened? It's awful. Who could do such a thing? My grandparents? Grandpa Bill! Grandma Lola! I'll look upstairs. What happened? Look at the wall! This mark. A jackal. The jackal's here! Jackal? He's the hunter hired by my mother. An evil man who will stop at nothing. Once he starts after you, there's no stopping him. He has no regard for human life. My grandpa and grandma. Don't worry, you two. You're the one who... Who are you?
I'm Will's friend. Lily, you know anything about this? It's okay. Your grandpa and grandma are safe. They're in my village. Your village? Itori Village. I've never heard of this village. Naturally, my village has a barrier around it. Ordinary people like you can't see it. Let's go, Will. Okay. I'm going too. It's far too dangerous for a princess. You can't stop royalty. I do whatever I want. Typical of a princess.
Alright, now Lily allows you to go talk to the townspeople one last time. The reason they do this is they want you to go over here first before you leave. And talk to this guy on the roof. This is Jeweler Gem. I control the 7 seas. He's the person you give your red jewels to. You've collected more than 3 jewels. Gives you a free herb. Now and because I collected 5, my defense is increased. Here's how it looks. With 3 jewels, you get an herb. 5 gems gets you a defense force increase. 8 increases your health. 12 increases your strength. 20 increases something called your psycho power. We'll get into that later on, as well as the dark power that you get at 30. And then once you get the 50th and final jewel, you will learn Gem's secrets. Some of you who played this game, like Pisces, already know what that secret is. But we won't spoil that now, will we? And now that means our inventory is a little cleaned up here. Are you ready to go? I think something wonderful is going to happen. No. From here on, there will be many hardships. You're nitpicking. That's what I expected. Have you ever been outside the castle? Crazy girl! Are you totally ignorant of the world? Will is my friend, understand? Hey, Will, aren't you my friend too? I'm glad, Lil. Let's go hand in hand. She's gonna come no matter what anyway, so you might as well just take her with. This game gives you the illusion of choice a lot. Just be warned of that. So off we go to the Itori village. This is my village, but you're probably surprised that there are no houses. Well, try playing the melody that called me to Under Edward Castle. So we equip the melody and we play it again. Don't worry, this isn't the only song they play, and it doesn't do this every single time. We'll have other songs that are just as fun to listen to, so enjoy this while you can. By playing the song. Were you surprised? There's a barrier around this village. Most people can't see it. Princess is getting to be a bother. On the road, all I heard was, "My feet hurt, I'm thirsty." I'm tired of hearing it. I can't help it. My feet hurt. Okay, well, come with me. I'll show you to my house. Will, over here. You're safe. Good. A terrible thing has happened to us. A man called the Jackal came to the house with some soldiers. He almost got us. Grandpa panicked. I destroyed their digestion with a poisoned marsupial pie. Then I ran away. Lily, thank you. I didn't know the Princess Kara came too. We didn't ask her to come along. Well, this is my house. You can look around the village, but then come back here. LPH, Hate to say it, I can't tell you who is ship because there's a cannon in here. Now, we're going to look around the village, but what we want to do is we want to go up here to the top of this building. And, oh, there's a dark space portal. And once again, something interesting has occurred. We see a statue of Will holding something.
Will's power, the Psycho Dash. It can destroy obstacles. Always be alert. If you find a suspicious place, try to destroy it.
So, withstand fear.
Only young Will can use the Psycho Dash. You can smash walls and obstacles by hurling yourself against them. Use the attack button to save energy.
What he means by that is if you hold down your attack button, you'll start to glow. You charge up energy. When you're glowing, release, ha-ta! And you'll charge forward briefly. It's a powerful attack on its own, though it's more of a utility than it is an attack. Now, want to say something cool? Yeah!
You've come, Will. I'm here in the flowers. I've lived too long.
I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but there's an old guy standing here.
I can't live without the protection of the flower spirit. You really look like your father. It seems like only yesterday that he came to this village.
My father?
Your mother, Shira, was the only daughter of your grandparents, Bill and Lola. She was very beautiful. Your father fell in love with her and took her from the village. All of the Aitori tribe have a strange power, but Shira's was especially strong. She made a barrier to hide the town, but your father came through it easily. Come to think of it, he was unusual too. Were you summoned by your father?
Yes.
That fulfills Lola's prophecy. Do you plan to go?
Yes.
Good. I will entrust you with the Incan statue handed down to the village. The statues are the key to the Incan riddle untouched by human hands for hundreds of years. One statue is enshrined in the cave below. Use all your skill to find it.
So we're going to hop down here. And there's a cave entrance here. Now, you notice how Will looks there. His hair's nice and straightforward. If you hit the wall here, nothing. But if you hit the wall here, you hear a sound. Well, let's link to the past it. Whatha! And there's our first Incan statue. I have to talk to the old man again.
Ooh, that's the Incan statue. Good job. I wonder if you would have put this earth to solve... I'll tell you a legend handed down by our people. Put the statue on the Larai cliff below the ruins, where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The winds in the valley will lead you to the gold ship. Understand? It's said that the Moon Tribe has one more. Have Lily guide you there. Be careful.
So we'll jump back across here, and before we go, gotta check over here. Red Jewel. Don't want to forget that. There are points of no return where you won't be able to pick up red jewels anymore, so you want to make sure you grab them when you can. So we'll go inside here, and we'll talk with Lily. What? Moon Tribe? I know, not a tribe, more like a strange shadow form. A high mountain peak near here has become their home. Shall we go? Yes, let's go. Okay, I'll lead. I'm going too. I want to see the Moon Tribe. Since I escaped the confinement of the castle, I want to see and hear everything. No, it's too dangerous for princesses. If you don't want to bother Will, just wait here quietly. I seem to be the only one left out, so I'll talk to Grandma Lola. Nyeh, nyeh.
You just gotta love her, right?
She's sulking. It's good medicine for a selfish girl. The mountain pass will be difficult, but let's do the best we can.
So, off to the Moon Tribe camp.
Ah, we've arrived. This is the Moon Tribe's home.
Good evening. Out for a stroll?
Who is it?
Up, up.
This body is lighter than air. What are you? Guess who?
Old man's ghost? Wrong. Actually, we are the Moon Tribe, also known as Shadows.
Now, anyone who's played any Quintet games might recognize these guys. These sprites were actually used as enemies in the game Soul Blazer. But here, they are the Moon Tribe. Alright, so what they told us, basically, I know I went through a lot, but they were talking about a comet that is turning everything evil. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. So you have 20 seconds to defeat all the enemies. Fortunately, I screwed it up. It's been a while since I've done this. I used to be... I can used to do this every time now, but now I gotta start over. There we go. Now that we've destroyed them all, they give us the second Incan statue. Oh, great. That statue, you are great. There are 2 statues. Go to the Incan ruins? Yes, my father summoned me. I don't want to fight the demons, but if my father's alive, I'll risk anything to see him. You don't really understand until you lose your parents. Typical. I understand. Let's go to the ruins. Alright. I know this is going to be rather short, but I think this is going to be a good place to end things off. Because we've gotten really far in just an hour's time. We're already at the entrance to the Incan ruins. So, and I want to, and this next part is going to take a while. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it in an hour. Like, it's long. So we're going to end things off here. But hopefully you guys had fun with this. We are far from done with this game. I can promise you that. We're going to be playing more Illusion of Gaia in the future, and I'm going to attempt to complete this game. I really want to beat this game in one full playthrough. It's going to take a while, but we'll see. I just wanted to have a quick night tonight, have some fun, play one of my old favorite games, play some more, and we'll play some more of it next week. You know, spread it out, enjoy it, and have some fun with it. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, make sure you subscribe to my channel. or follow my channel on Twitch if you haven't already. I know I want to thank a lot of you guys who have. We got a lot of new followers this week, and I'm very grateful for that. If you're willing to, my donation button is down below. You can chip in a couple bucks. I also have my Patreon, patreon.com/theshades. You know, even just $1 a month would be greatly appreciated. Please consider donating today. And of course, make sure you also follow our sister channel, RVT Entertainment, for all of our other streams. Of course, tomorrow we've got Rift Down for you wrestling fans. Wednesday, we've got our TRPG, The Enemy Within. Thursday, Ranger Recap, our Power Rangers podcast. We'll be checking out the finale of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. The season finale, at least. Friday, we've got the WrestleCast with Maddie Jane TWK, wrestling podcast for you as well. Saturday, we've got The Helmsman with Tony Helms over on his stream, playing more games online. And Sunday, we've got Tokuris Live, where we check out the latest Japanese superhero shows and riff them MSC3K style. We check out the latest Kamen Rider Build, Q Ranger, Gavan, and Hurricaneger. So make sure you check that out. And of course, next week we'll be back for more Illusion of Gaia here on the Shades Plays. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me as always here on the Shades Plays. I'm the Shades. And we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Kyoryu Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.